afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great trade-in value from Parkway RV Center. Folks, I'm about to show you the nicest diesel motorhome you've ever seen for under $30,000 right here. Today we're going to look at a very nice and clean 1997 Fleetwood Discovery. The model is a 36 AM, 36 foot long, no slide outs. But I'm going to tell you folks, I've spent the last couple of hours in this motorhome. I'm very impressed. I mean, I can't find anything that doesn't work besides what I'm going to show you. Motorhome's built on the very desirable, very popular Frieghtliner XC Chassis, so you can always get service work performed on it. It's got that just about darn bulletproof 5.9 liter ISB Cummins diesel, 275 horsepower, 660 pound-feet of torque, giving this motorhome plenty of power. Got a 6500 LP Onan generator running right now, powering everything up inside. This is the North Georgia trade-in, and I'm talking about, folks, this is a 21-year-old motorhome, and it looks better than most motorhomes do that are 7 and 8 years old. The exterior is in very nice condition. Tires look great. People just got back off of a trip in it, and I'm telling you, folks, I've tried the water heater, I've tried the airs, even the dash air is cold. One thing I found, I'm going to point out, and it still works, the little paddle right here is missing on that outside compartment door. But it still works, so that's considered a cosmetic issue. The backup camera works, the jacks work. The corners aren't beat up, the roof looks amazing. The striping, the finish, there's no delamination. Patio awnings in great shape, window awnings in great shape. Batteries are good. It's a nice motorhome, especially for the price, folks. Has 93,000 miles and change. Let's look inside. Has Fleetwood's exclusive power platform, which gives you a full enclosed basement. And because it's enclosed, it's also a heated basement, so you don't have to worry about your tanks and lines freezing. So it's a Four Seasons model motorhome. Folks, when is the last time you've seen a 97 model anything that looks as good as this motorhome does? I mean, this is back when the Discovery first came out in 96, I believe. So the first couple of years, Fleetwood kind of went all out. They put stuff like Corian countertops, real hardwood floors, just to kind of make it catch on good. And of course now, a new Fleetwood Discovery is about $290,000. It was $125,000 back in 97. So, I'll tell you something, folks. TV works, even the digital antenna works. Glass looks good. Even the heated and cooled cup holders, which they don't put in them anymore, work perfectly. The dash air is ice cold. The backup camera works great. Let's sit down here and look at these seats first. I mean, these seats look great. These are flex steel captain's chairs. They both swivel for party seating. Got a leather recliner, sleeper sofa, table and chairs. Big area right here for the passenger. As we sit down, folks, generator has 251 hours. It's got the air suspension that you can lower it down for when you go under a shed or a low spot. 93,453 miles. 6-speed Allison transmission. Anybody that knows anything about diesels will tell you that's not even broke in yet, folks. Now, folks, you're not going to find many 1997 cars that have a functioning dash air. And very few motorhomes do, because those never get used, because you actually burn more fuel running that dash air than you will running the generator. But this one still works, so obviously the people who had this thing kept it in condition and obviously kept that serviced. You've got an exhaust brake system, 6-speed Allison power gear hydraulic leveling jacks. even has, when you bought these things brand new, folks, back in the first couple of years they made the Fleetwood Discoveries back in the 90s, they gave you free 2 leather jackets, and they gave you two cups. Of course, leather jackets are probably long gone, but it does still have the 2 coffee cups, Fleetwood Discovery. And that, I'm going to tell you, even the, I love these. You don't see these in RVs no more, but, and, you know, you can see these things, 46 degrees. Obviously, the cooled cup holder works great. And it's got air brakes, air suspension. I mean, the Frieghtliner XC Chassis, an excellent chassis, especially paired with that ISB Cummins diesel, which is known as a workhorse of the Cummins lineup. Folks, more diesel motorhomes have a Cummins ISB in it than any other engine out there. And in fact, the same motor that they put in the Dodge trucks that have lasted for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of miles. I mean, these motors are excellent, and Dodge would still be making them today, or Cummins would still be making them today, I should say, if the government hadn't started doing all this emissions crap that has made all the diesel manufacturers get out or change a good motor plan. In fact, you know, Caterpillar Diesel made one of the finest motors in the RV industry for years, and they quit building diesel engines for RVs entirely because they said they couldn't build the same quality diesel engine they could thanks to the government's restrictions on pollution. So it's kind of sad, but I'm gonna tell you, this ISB Cummins is great. Let's see here. I've got this one on heat, 140 degrees. Yeah, I'll cut that down. Even the dash fans work. The dash air works. The roof air will run you completely out of here. And see, look right how they've got this vent right here. This is how they thought of this. It's directly above the driver's cab, because it's cheaper to run the generator and run your roof air, and taking less power from your engine, and it's going to be more efficient too, because you're cooling the entire RV instead of just the driver and the passenger. So 99% of the time you're going to run the generator going down the road. That's what that generator is designed to do. And while you've got it running, you're going to run your air conditioners. I mean, that's, you know, Class B's, you can usually cool them with a dash air. A dash air in one of these things is absolutely pointless. It does work, but like I said, if it quit working, I wouldn't even mess with fixing it, because you're really never going to use it. The only time I've got a Class A myself, and of course my dash air is an 08 and it never has worked. I never have cared nothing about fixing it, but because, like I said, first thing I do after I crank my motor up to go somewhere is I crank the generator up, turn the airs on in the fridge. That's just part of driving one, folks. And I know a lot of people argue with you and tell you that's not true, but I've been around for 20 years. You don't drive these things to work every day, so you run the generator. It uses about a half a gallon an hour. If it was a diesel one, of course. This is a propane, but you know, these are very efficient. I like a propane generator. You know, I in all the years I've been doing this, I've had a lot less service issues out of a propane generator than anything else. About the only thing that ever goes bad on them is the regulator. So very, very dependable, that propane generator. Of course, you can see the upholstery. The carpeted headliner's immaculate. Got the solar battery charger on top. Real hardwood floors in the kitchen area. You've got a leaf and 2 extra chairs for this table in the rear closet. All the books and manuals and then some are in this RV. Real Corian countertops. Now, another cosmetic issue, doesn't affect the functionality of it at all. But the microwave, a little bit of the plastics broke off on the edges. Now, I'm pointing all this out to you, folks, because that's why a lot of people subscribe to my channel. I've got over 7,000 subscribers now. I point out the good and I point out the bad, because I don't want, because this is a 21-year-old motorhome. Let's be honest. This and Frank, this is a 21-year-old motorhome. It's not perfect, but I promise you, you can look, if you could find 100 1997 model Discoveries, this is going to be probably the top 1 or 2 as far as condition. but there's no such thing as a perfect used RV. So, you know, cosmetic imperfections like that, it's just part of it. Microwave works perfectly. Got it going right there. Monitor panel overhead works. Water heaters work. Stovetop looks good. Got the, oh, see where I had a little water where I was checking the water system earlier. Got a hard inverter. It's on right now. The refrigerator, and it's got the side-by-side upgrade, which is pretty nice. Well, that little catch right there is little springs missing. You have to pull it out, but obviously no big deal. Got a built-in ice maker. 2 degrees, 1 degrees, 0, obviously that works. 44 degrees in the fridge, and I've got it turned up all the way, so let's turn that back down to about 3. That's where you're going to keep it most of the time. Obviously that works. Got a washer and dryer. Now, how many diesel motorhomes do you see in this nice of condition and even has a washer and dryer for anywhere close to this price? Big deep closets. Walk through bathroom, and you don't see this floor plan anymore in the Discoveries. Good Lord, that air is cold. You've got a really good sized shower. Let's get the catch open. There we go. Just had to get it turned just right. Now, folks, this plastic is 21 years old, so it is discolored. It does look yellow. They all do that when they get this age. The only thing you can do is either paint it or replace it. And be honest with you, it doesn't affect the functionality of it in any shape, form, or fashion. So we're going to leave it like it is. The Skylight looks great. I see no signs of water damage or stains or anything like that around it. People that had this motorhome had owned several. They've owned this one for several years. They've done all the service, all the roof service every year like they're supposed to. Now, they paid to have it done. They didn't do it themselves. So it was professionally done. Porcelain RV toilet. Look around the Skylight, the vent there, it looks good. Got the crowned roof so you don't have standing water on it. This is what I like about these older Discoveries that they don't put in them no more, is you've got a 36-foot motorhome with a cedar-lined walk-in closet. And of course, there's your extra chairs. There's your leaf right there in the corner. Cedar-lined closet. Plenty of hanging space in here. Of course, hookups for your TVs back there as well. There's your outside vanity. Even little touches like this, you don't hardly see that in the Discoveries no more. I mean, just looks great. Medicine cabinet, sink. You walk back here and look at this, folks. A 21-year-old motorhome that still has the factory bedspread in it. So everything matches, color coordinated, looks good. His and her nightstands. Got the window treatments look great. Blinds are metal blinds, they look great. We're standing on top of that big 275 horsepower Cummins diesel engine. Got a lot of neat features, folks. And whoever buys this motorhome is getting a heck of a deal. I mean, it really is. This thing's nicer than some of the motorhomes I got out here that are twice this price. Carpet we just had put in, had the original carpet in it. It was starting to look a little dated, so we changed it. Other than that, we haven't hardly done a thing to it, folks. I've been through it. I've checked, like I said, I've checked the generator, I've checked the jacks, air conditioner, dash area. We drove it, I've driven it. It drives perfectly. I mean, you couldn't want one to drive any better than this one. Plenty of power. All of this for $26,900, folks. You can't even buy a decent gas burner for what you can buy this diesel for. And this diesel is something that's going to last you a long time. All the fluorescent lights work. Like I said, I can't even find a drawer or a cabinet that doesn't open like it's supposed to. Now, I want to point out a couple of things because the person that buys this probably won't remember it. And because I've been spending some time in here, I've gotten to know this RV a little bit. First thing I want to point out that's kind of hidden is this has got a switch right here to go from microwave to washer and dryer that's underneath there. It took me forever to find that because the microwave wasn't coming on because that switch was flipped to washer and dryer. So I want to show you that so this way whoever buys this motorhome can reference back to this video. And the battery cutoff switches are hidden in these older Fleetwoods. If you'll open this up, of course you've got a VCR and everything and a 10-disc CD changer. But there's your battery disconnects hidden in here. So when you store the RV, that's where you cut your batteries on and off. And you've got some extra keys in here, some remotes for the CD player. See HD TV is upgraded. I'm gonna tell you, that's some paperwork or something. Like I said, folks, try to find a nicer motorhome for this price anywhere else. Now, $26,900 price, that's option A. We have two different options to buy this RV. Option A, we're going to go through this thing. I've already gone through it, but I'm not. Even though I've got 20 years of experience personally owning RVs and been in this industry for 20 years, I'm not a certified RV tech. However, if you decide to purchase this motorhome for the $26,900 price, my certified RV techs will go through this thing. We've got a big, long checkout list that we go through. Anything on that list that doesn't work, we fix it. Or repair it before you pick it up, and then when you get here we give you a complete walkthrough demonstration on this motorhome so you know how to operate everything, and that's included for the $26,900. Now that doesn't include cosmetic stuff, so let me go ahead and tell you, like that paddle on the outside compartment, that trim around the microwave, that's part of buying a 21-year-old motorhome. That's why you're saving $100,000 off what this thing cost you in 1997. That's why you're saving $275,000 off what a new Discovery costs now. All that money, that six-figure savings that you're saving comes with a price, and that you're going to have some cosmetic issues like that. Other than that, folks, I mean, this thing, and I've tried to go over this thing the best I can. Other than that, folks, this is a nice motorhome. Now, that's option A, $26,900, the price that attracted you to this motorhome to begin with. That price is haggle-free, firm. Doesn't matter if you're paying cash, doesn't matter if you're trading, doesn't matter if you're financing. Now, keep in mind, those of you who need the financing, there's going to be, because of the age of this motorhome, very, very limited, and don't even quote me on having financing available on this motorhome. 97, I've only got maybe one lender that would do a loan on a 97, and it's probably not going to be for much money. So this is pretty much going to be for cash customers or customers with trade-ins that are paid off. Because of the age, most nationwide lenders are not going to loan money on this motorhome. Now, you got a bank or credit union, you might contact them, see what they would do. I don't go through local banks and credit unions because my customers come from all over the United States to buy RVs from us because of our prices. So we only use the nationwide lenders because 95% of my customers couldn't go to a local credit union around here and buy because they're from out of town, and most credit unions and banks only loan people that are local to their particular branch. But that doesn't mean you can't contact your bank, credit union, or lending institute to see what they would finance on this. And I'm sure you're going to have quite a bit of money down regardless, again, because of the year model. The banks are going to want you to have a pretty significant cash investment in any 97 model you finance. So, just pretty much consider this a cash-only motorhome or trade. Like I said, you may check on some financing, but I really look for somebody with some cash to just come up and buy this. I mean, folks, if you bought this thing brand new, you'd have to have that much money down just to buy a new one. And you can, for what you're going to pay down payment on a nice diesel somewhere else, you can pay for this one free and clear. But anyway, option A is $26,900. That's haggle free. Doesn't matter how you're paying for it. Doesn't matter if you're paying cash, finance, and trade, whatever. Option B is, now I call option A the stress-free, worry-free option, because we're going to go through this thing. We'll send you a list of what we check out for the price that you pay and what we guarantee to work when you pick it up. And any of that stuff on that list that may not happen to work, which I can't imagine nothing not working on this motorhome, we will have fixed before you pick it up. And that's included for the $26,900. Same checkout that a $150,000 motorhome in our lot gets, this motorhome will go through. Now, option B is for those of you who still, even though this is an incredible deal at $26,900, without any stress, without having to worry about having to work on it right off the bat. For those of you, however, who still have to have a discount to buy, you know, we do offer option B. And option B saves us time and money, and saves you time and money, because you don't have to wait on an inspection, because, you know, these RVs aren't checked out until we sell them. The reason why we do that is because, well, to be honest with you, I've got 170 used RVs. And there's no way in the world that we can pre-check 170 used RVs, leave them open to the public for people, because I'll be honest with you folks, people damage these things on the lot. They steal parts of them on the lot. I've seen it happen so many times over the years that we've actually considered opening these things up one at a time for customers to look at so we can keep an eye on them. But feasibly that wouldn't work out with 170 RVs, because I'd have to hire more non-commissioned salespeople, and that makes my overhead go up. My overhead goes up, prices will go up. And it's the same concept with pre-checking these things, folks. If I pre-checked 170 RVs, I'm gonna have to hire 25 or 30 RV techs. Those guys are not cheap to pre-check these things before you buy them. And in any dealership you go to that has more than 15 or 20 RVs, used RVs, they're not checked out. They check them out after they're sold. So, you know, if I had to hire that many RV techs, again, what's $26,900 suddenly becomes $36,900. And nobody benefits from that, folks. So we don't check them out until we sell them to keep our overhead down. When we keep our overhead down, it allows us to sell incredible deals like this for the price that we're selling them for. And if you ever step foot in our lot, you know how many RVs we've got. We've got acres and acres of used RVs, and most of them are Class A's. But anyway, option B saves us time and money, because we don't, we're selling it to you just like it sits. Same way we got it. Of course, we traded for it, but, you know, we didn't get a warranty or we didn't get a checkout when we traded for it. You're buying it as it sits, just like you see it in this video. No checkout, no walkthrough, no guarantees of any kind. You basically jump in it, drive it home. And because of the fact that we're not having to pay my techs to check it out, we're not having to put it in line to get checked out in the shop, we will discount this unit what we spend checking it out and paying my guys to check it out. And if you want a price on option B, just call our non-commissioned sales department. They'll be happy to get you a price, just coming and taking it and not having to worry about a checkout. And I'll be honest with you folks, and for those of you who watch my videos, I do not try to sway you one way or the other to go to option A to option B. But and I know that I've spent some time in here and you haven't. I'm looking at it, I'm in it right now, and you're not. So I will tell you my personal advice. Me personally, I just take it like it sits. I take the discount, take it like it sits, because this is a dang nice motor home. The people that took care of it took exceptional care of the previous owners. I wouldn't hesitate to take it like it sits and just take it home with me the same day I pay for it. Again, folks, though, I'm different than you. Everybody's got opinions. That's my opinion. You may have a totally different one. I'm not asking you to make your decision based on my video or my recommendation. You know, I want you to, you know, if you want to come up and look at this motor home, if you'll give us a minimum 24-hour notice, we'll crank the generator up, we'll plug it into power, we'll turn everything on, have the air and the fridge on when you get here, and you can do your own inspection on it, and then make the decision if you want to do option A or option B. I think majority of you will go ahead and take it once you do your own inspection on it, because there's no apologies for this motorhome, folks. I've showed you everything that I've seen with it that's wrong. Even has a manual point satellite dish. But like I said, you can be your own decision maker about which one you want to do. If you want to buy this unit on eBay, the buy it now price is $26,900. If you want the option B price, just give us a call and we'll change it on eBay and sell it to you for the option B price if that's what you want. The price is haggle free, whichever either option you go is haggle free. You're going to love this motorhome, folks. When the first person that looks at this motorhome that can buy it will buy it, because you cannot find a motorhome like this for this price anywhere else. Not in this condition, with everything working and with the options and amenities that this one has. I mean, this is something that will outlast 3 gas burners if you take care of it. Put it to you this way, folks. You keep it serviced, you keep it maintained, you keep repairs done on it, this motorhome will last as long as you want to keep it. If you want to keep it 20 years, you keep it up for 20 years, you'll still be using it 20 years from now. I mean, these motorhomes are built so well that it's just amazing how long they last and how many miles you can put on them. Anyway, $26,900, haggle free, we'll trade. Give us a call, 706-965-7929. Evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. Visit our website, parkwayrvcenter.com. You can visit us here in person. We've got 170 used RVs. You can look with or without a salesperson. If you make an appointment, if you're coming to look at this particular one, make an appointment. We'll have it hooked up and ready to go. And hooked up the power for you, so you can look, see for yourself what works and what doesn't. Thank you for watching my video. We do offer nationwide delivery and more. Hope to see you soon in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.